Welcome, everybody. Thank you all for tuning in. I hope you are about to enjoy what you're going to be listening to. I am Spawn 20 here with Kysa Gaming, and this is the This Might Mean Something podcast, episode 1, Breaking the Ice.
Episode 1. Starting a new chapter on this creative content stuff that we do. I guess we should probably, well, as you said, break the ice. Why don't you tell a little bit about who you are and why we're here?
No. Okay. No, I'm just kidding. So yeah, Spawn 20, like I said, my name is Spawn 20. And at the beginning of this year, mainly do streaming, starting to delve into the YouTube side of things, which I gotta say, I'm hating it so far because I always forget to hit record and this and that and the other, and don't even get me started on editing. Mainly play Minecraft. Editing is terrible.
Editing is horrible sometimes, but it's so much really fun when you get used to it. Like once you get into it, it's actually a lot of fun.
I enjoy it because I know that if I take my time with it and everything like that, the product that I can put out, it's just getting to that product. That's just it, because something, when you first look through something, it's like, okay, yeah, that's pretty good. And you go back and you start nitpicking every little detail. Yeah. Mainly do Minecraft stuff. Obviously I play other games. There's going to be other streams on. And eventually I'm going to be putting out other episodes, like our repost streams and everything like that.
Good.
Other than that, I am just a average guy, good old loving father, stepfather and husband.
Oh, so we're starting off lying.
Not lying, you're lying.
Okay.
So let's hop over your side of the fence.
Oh geez, my side of the fence is not greener on the other side. So I'm Kysa Gaming. It's a color. I don't know if it's green, but it's a color. I am Kysa Gaming. I've been doing creative content and creation for 9 years. 9 years. So I've been doing the YouTube side of things on and off for a while. I'm not better at editing than I was 9 years ago. So get that out of your head.
I call bullshit.
I do not. So yeah, been doing everything from Minecraft. I do a little 7 Days to Die. I do a little bit of repo, but Minecraft is the main thing that I post on my channel in edited form. Streams are just chaos. All streams on Twitch and YouTube are just absolute chaos. But both I've been doing for about 9 years, and hoping to go for at least another 9. But outside of content creation, I play games, obviously. And when I'm not playing games, I play other games. I have an amazing husband that I love dearly and who annoys me to no ends, and I annoy him, so that's a fun back and forth. And
you ask for it sometimes.
I do. It's fun. It's a good dynamic. And then I have 2 amazing cats who also annoy me to no ends, but I wouldn't change them for the world. I guess we should talk a little bit about how we met.
Well, how we originally met was, technically we didn't really meet until we did a server merger between Mishmash and Foolish Craft, but we had some slight interaction on your stream because Grumpy decided to go, hey, you should check this person out. I think, you guys would get along and all that and everything, which apparently he was not wrong by any means.
No, by no means. And also we should probably mention Foolish Craft and Misfit Craft are both, or Mishmash. I'm sorry, not Misfit. Misfit was a totally different one, but Mishmash Craft. Both of those are servers that we have played on. You weren't on Mishmash, though. You were only on Foolish, right?
So I tried to get the invite to Mishmash, but at the same time, I don't think they were taking on anybody else. As well as, and then, which, at the also time, I'm not going to get into details, but it was probably best that I didn't get the invite because of just certain factors. We're not
fair enough.
I was just a big time rager and everything like that at that point, so it was probably best I didn't come over there.
Gotcha. Well, they're both Minecraft servers that we have separately played on, and then they merged together, so now we co-play on a SMP Minecraft server called Foolish Craft, and Grumpy is one of our server mates, and he played on both servers for a while, I guess. I didn't know he was actually on Foolish.
Oh, yeah, no, he was kind of like the ambassador of the whole thing because he was on both sides of the fence. Like, he played on Mishmash, and he was on Foolish almost from the start.
And he was on Mishmash a lot. So I'm impressed that he was able to keep up with both.
Yeah, hell, that man grinds out some Minecraft, I'll tell you, because he's even doing his solo thing too right now.
Yeah, he's putting out a lot of content. Like Foolish at the time he was doing Mishmash, I think he was doing a hardcore at the same time as doing both those servers.
Yep, he started up a hardcore. Yeah, no, he's a grinder for sure.
Yeah, he was all over the place, but he did, I guess, pass you my link to one of my streams. Is that what happened?
Yes. Yeah. So I was just hanging out one day, and he got with me on Discord and goes, "Hey, he's like, you should check, he's like, you should check her out. She's like, I think you guys will, hit it off." And sure enough, actually, you were doing your hardcore world, actually.
Oh, lol. Yeah, that was actually.
You were doing your hardcore. Yeah.
So you came in when I was sweating.
Nah, at the time you were kind of just roaming around, like I think getting like some materials. Like nothing crazy happened when I was watching.
Wow. That's fair. I was playing definitely a lot more securely than I normally play on Minecraft because I never did hardcore. So the fact that you came in and saw like this person just crawling around and you were still I want to be friends with this person.
That's still a venture that I have yet to do. I would still need to I would love to do a hardcore world.
Yeah, I wanted to do a co-op hardcore world because I think that would be a lot of fun, but that's a whole different topic. That's a whole different podcast here. We shouldn't dive into Minecraft too much because we do other things across the internet. Obviously.
Yeah, we do. Yes. So I mean like just outside of Minecraft though, like I know you said 7 Days to Die, Repo.
Yep.
I know there's a couple other games that you guys play quite a bit.
We used to be really big in GTA.
GTA is a lot of fun.
Oh my god, yes.
I used to be big into GTA, and it was the people I was playing with. I think I kind of like burnt myself out on because we were always just grinding out like heist and the gun running businesses and stuff like the MC business and it just became so repetitive that I didn't care to play it anymore. I haven't touched that game and I can't tell you how long.
Oh, you need to. They've added so much new stuff to it. And even with like the new one eventually kind of on the horizon, maybe keeps moving away, but one day they're still putting out like
official release date, so I don't think they're going to move it anymore.
No, they've changed that official release date like twice now. So we'll see.
No, they announced that of May 26th of 2026 it's coming out.
Okay.
This is the first solid date. We always got a year. They never gave us an actual date, but this time they're actually giving a hardcore date. Now, my only concern is with it taking it this long and as big of a game as it is, I have a feeling that it's going to be a little pricey.
Oh, yeah, no, it's already talking about being like $120 for the Xbox edition or whatever. And it's not even supposed to come out on PC for at least another couple months.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we got a while to wait on that one, but
I mean, I get it though because this is going to be their end game. I don't think they're going to do another GTA 6 after this. I mean, not GTA 6. I don't think they're going to do another GTA after this one. I think this is going to be end game for them.
That's fair. I could see them doing remakes. Of like past games.
They'll probably remaster them, but as far as like making anything new,
yeah,
not really. Because in a remaster, you don't even have to do anything other than just update the graphics, really.
Yeah, or add new content and stuff like that if you really want to. Like I said, they keep adding new stuff. So I mean, it's worth picking up the 5, but if you want to wait until 6, I'm sure they'll put all the same stuff that they have in 5 into 6 and then some.
No, that's gonna be so man. 6 is gonna be something to really. I mean,
it's gonna be
like
something.
6 different cities. It's gonna be huge. But anyways,
you do a lot of Xbox related games, don't you?
Yeah, well, I play a little bit of everything. So I've only had the PC for a little over a year now, and I'm still kind of learning a lot about like it and everything like that, trying to figure out what games I can smoothly run and not like do anything, hurt it, blah blah blah. So I'm still trying to figure out as well as I'm trying to get games over
Mm-hmm.
to more on the PC, but I'm still never. I mean, I still play my Xbox regularly. Like I play like literally when I tell everyone I play a little bit of everything. Like that's literally like the statement. Like it can go from Call of Duty to football, basketball, baseball. I'll play some Assassin's Creed, Rainbow Six Siege, some Souls. Like you ever heard? You know what Dark Souls is?
Oh God, yes.
I'll play some games like that. I'll play some more archaic games and everything like that for like comedic relief.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. Just some games that you can kind of just go in, go crazy, and not like really worry about like sweating or trying hard and everything.
Right.
I'll do some racing. Like I played some of the Forzas, F1 games, stuff like that. I mean, I keep myself all over the place because again, like if I play too much of one style or one certain game, I'll get burnt out and then I won't want to touch it for months.
I get that. I'm definitely the same way. Like I will jump between so many different games. I was obsessed with a game called Played Up for a while. And I would play that almost every single morning instead of doing everything else I was supposed to be doing. I'm obsessed.
Right.
I'm in that stint with Minecraft right now. I'd go and do Stardew Valley for a while. I'll jump to like strictly playing 7 Days to Die and just walking through and blasting like Panic at the Disco over my headphones and just shooting zombies and dancing around. It's a great time.
There you
But
go.
yeah, like survival games are my kind of thing. I do a lot of just random. If it's a fun co-op game and I can get a good group of people together, I am down every single day. Like,
Oh yeah.
Repo, that is my big obsession right now. I cannot play that game
Oh, yeah,
alone.
no,
I tried to play one level by myself and it went horrible.
Well, I feel like games like that just tend to get really boring because you feed off of what other people are doing and how they're reacting and everything like
Yes,
that. So when you're kind of by
100%.
yourself, you're just by yourself. You're just quietly like humming in your head, sneaking around, taking stuff. Like
It's just shopping
meanwhile, you
simulator at that point.
yeah, with some disgruntled customers.
Karens, if you will.
Oof.
Yeah. So, and I want to get the group that we play with typically into Plate Up because I feel like that would just be absolute chaos.
And to plate up.
Plate Up is a
I told
restaurant
you,
running simulator.
yeah, I'm always down to try new games. I told you that. I will never say no to trying out a new game.
It is so funny when you can play off of other people, and that is I thrive off of other people's like humor and laughter. So if I can get like a good group together and just go and play like a stupid fun game, I am all in.
So I know we're kind of getting tractor beamed into the topic of video games, but also
That's our
some other
life.
topics that it really is. But some other topics that we're going to be diving into, you've heard and seen them all. Obviously, we're going to try to bring on some special guests here, talk a little bit about them and, learn more about maybe, different perspectives on other things,
Right.
like hobbies outside of video games, this, that, and the other. It's this podcast is just going to be a nice general widespread of just conversations, whether it's just us here talking about one specific thing, or if who knows, we might even involve some vent sessions to where things get a little crazier. That'd be kind of fun, maybe down the
Those will
line,
be
but
the
not anytime.
long episodes.
Those will probably also have to be rated a little more towards the R.
Or I'll get really
But
comfortable with that bleep button.
watch out, Jerry Springer.
Yeah, here we come. But
Right.
no, like we did not want to keep this podcast as one like niche subject. We really wanted to branch out because as we talked and as we got to know each other, we found out that we have a lot in common outside of video games. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, but that kind of is where this all kind of stemmed from, really.
Well, I mean, yeah, because I know there was at one point we talked about how we each want to start a podcast, but we haven't found that one person. Because you
Mm-hmm.
can obviously do a podcast on your own. It's kind of hard because at that point you're just kind of talking to yourself. And don't get me wrong, I could talk to myself all I want, but you kind of lose motivation because you just don't get any of that fun banter, the back and forth. It's just more of you basically doing a just like an audio diary at that point. And I just didn't like that idea. But
No.
we just talked about how we haven't really found anyone that we really mesh that well with, and then lo and behold, here we are.
Yeah, so Grumpy, if you're listening, this is your fault.
Thanks a lot, man. I can't get away now.
Right? No, yeah. Even if Foolishcraft just like blows up tomorrow, like we got this now.
Yeah, no, but no, I been a fun ride. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's kind of cool. Obviously, I became friends with Mike and all that, and then you guys are becoming friends with Morgan. So it's fun. And then Dale's funny. I like playing with Dale and Andrew and the crew and everything. So it's definitely
a merger of more than just servers.
Right. Like, it's actually been a decent friendship is actually formed, and now I'm happy about it.
Right, same here, and I'm excited to see where this podcast leads us, because like you said, we want to have other people on, including our significant others like Mike and Morgan, who you mentioned previously. I would love to have Dale on. I think that would be a fun little podcast.
Dale would be a pretty fun conversation.
Andrew would be a really fun conversation if he's down and willing. Like we have good people to bring on here that would be that are not strangers.
Right, there are plenty of people to invite on, but again, that'll probably be a once in a while thing. So that way,
I definitely don't want it like every other. That would be too much.
But we also didn't want to limit ourselves to topics to talk about, because we could do a pure Minecraft podcast, sure, cool, whatever. But I feel like podcasts that focus too much on one specific topic, the conversations can become stagnant, or you get hearing about like, oh yeah, like you can hear someone talk about the same redstone machine for 2 episodes because they can't seem to get it to work or something like that. It's like,
we don't have the redstone knowledge to talk about redstone. So that's a whole world of Minecraft we can't even touch.
I wasn't even going to sell us out like that, but okay.
I'll sell us out. If this doesn't sell us out, our episodes sell us out. So I mean,
yeah, that's fair. That's very fair.
So we could do like a whole video game type podcast, and maybe one day we will do a whole video game type podcast.
But that's that's
the beauty of this
video game podcast.
Yeah, that's the beauty of this though, because we can touch that subject, and then we can go and touch a different subject the next week, and we're hoping to have one out every week. That is the current goal for what we're doing. But like if we expand to more than once a week, we might get a little bored if we're only talking about video games, if we're only talking about Minecraft. You can only talk about so many things in Minecraft. Like, I don't want a whole episode about bees. That's too much.
Yeah, like they need to fix the bees. There you go. But no, it's
and podcast.
But also, it's like you also got to kind of take into perspective. We stream it, we make videos on it. Do we really want to also talk about it once a week? Like,
no.
And everything, and everyone's like, well, you don't know what each other's doing. See, that's where you're kind of wrong, because we do, because we live close to each other and we do a lot of things on the server together. So it's like there's really nothing for us to like really talk about.
We got to save something for the streams,
right?
This is our first episode, and I hope that there are many, many more after this. Is there any other final questions?
I got you on the contract for at least 500.
Oh, shoot. Well, here we go. Strap on in.
Lot. Right. Only 499 to go. Whoa.
Woo. Getting there. Knocking one out.
So let me ask you, like, what are your goals, like, as far as like, overall, like with content creation? Like, I know you said you eventually want to push this to become, like your actual like job.
Yes, like I said, I thrive off of people's laughter and everything like that. And if I can be the person that like makes somebody laugh, that is dream, that is goals right there. I would love to turn this into like all of this content creation into what I do full time, whether it's streaming and videos or this podcast or a mix of all of the above, and whatever else I dive into. I'm thinking of starting an IRL channel. Like, there's a lot of things that I hope to be starting soon and bringing onto the internet, because screw it, let's just put everything on the internet because that's safe. But yeah, no, I would love for this to become my full-time job and like actually make an income, and like I said, be able to make people laugh and turn their day around and make them smile. If I can do that, then that is like, I have reached peak dreams, like that is what I want to be doing with my life. And what about you? What are your goals for all of this?
Honestly, I just want to entertain people. I've always found myself to be an entertainer, kind of life of the party style personality. I'm big, loud, all that, I just like to have fun with it and everything like that. But I do want to see it turn into something more. Like, I was so proud of myself for when I got affiliated with Twitch. It's like, okay, cool, we're moving somewhere. Like, I actually, that was, to me, it might be a small minor achievement for some, but that told me,
No.
okay, hey, this isn't as far as what I thought it was. So yeah, I definitely want to turn it into, a career and everything like that. 'Cause like you said, I like to make people laugh. I like to bring,
Mhm.
joy to and a smile to other people's faces. I like to brighten their day. So if me dying 1,000 times on Minecraft is what does it, then by golly, toss me in the fire, Captain.
I will. Don't you worry about that one.
Well, Bo definitely did.
We both kind of did. Bo and myself both definitely
He
did.
he literally set me on fire last night. What are you talking about?
And I've literally hit you with an arrow into lava. So, I mean, you walked in front of
Oh,
my
see,
bow, but
you admitted it.
I
He
hit
shot me,
you. I
everybody.
mean,
You heard it.
that's fine. I mean, I didn't shoot you. You walked in front of the arrow,
You
but I
shot
didn't
me. I
shoot
didn't.
you.
Well, you didn't give me any warning. No, we're not going back to this.
But no, like, being affiliated by Twitch is not a small feat. That is something that takes a lot of time and work. And I mean, as I'm sure you're noticing, the grind to partnership is also long.
Oh man, that is going to be a big jump. Is it doable? Absolutely. Especially, and like I talked about, when you get the right group of people around you, like,
Yep.
I mean, because like if you look at it, a lot of these big time creators, some of them are solo. They
Yeah.
they are solo, but a good, like, a vast majority of them, though, they all have that group of people, and it just helps out because you guys can just bounce. Like I said, it's just that banter, the bounce off, the come, and everything. Like, it creates a certain level of comedic relief and all that you have a hard time getting by yourself.
I agree. Yeah. And I think we're definitely building that group slowly but surely, brick by brick.
Oh,
Like
100%.
we have
100%.
we
Like,
have Mike and Morgan, our significant others. We have each other. We have Dale and Andrew, and we have a couple other people on the server that I know you said are awesome people, and I just haven't really had a chance to interact with fully just yet. But like
right.
we have a good group, and that group is a lot of really just funny, awesome, witty people who I think are gonna go far with the two of us. Even though not all of them do content creation, they definitely sprinkle in their own sort of their humor
I mean,
and wit.
who knows? Maybe if, with our stuff growing, maybe they might start to, put their toes in the water, see if they can't do something of it,
Well,
which I'd be happy to see, honestly. That, I think it'd be kind of cool. Like,
everyone
obviously, I
we've played
know.
with has dipped into content creation.
Gotcha.
Yeah, like Dale has his own channel. I realized the other day Andrew has a video or two that he streamed like forever ago on YouTube. Like there's a lot of content out there I didn't know was actually even out there, and I started discovering it very recently from the people that we play with.
Well, there you have it. Maybe like building up the crew and everything like that. Maybe that can ignite the flame back then. Get people to start putting out a little bit more content.
God, I hope so. There's so many moments where I'm like, why don't you stream? I want your POV.
Oh, I know. I would love to see some of Dale's POV from his reactions
Yes.
and everything like that, or Andrew's and everything. Like,
Oh, they're
no,
great.
like, oh yeah, no. There's definitely some POVs that I would love to see, because it's one thing to see it from yours, but when you get to see it from someone else's, I think it just becomes that much funnier because now you're witnessing it from the outside and you actually get to see it as a whole.
Yeah, like I love to go see what you put out because it's always the same stuff that I'm seeing, but it has that different perspective and it's somehow funnier when you get to see it from more
That's
than one.
Yeah, that's something that I really need to do. I really need to put out a repo episode. I got
Yes.
I got plenty of footage for it. I definitely need to put out an episode or two of that. So
Yes.
I think that so as far as short term goals for this week, at least, I need to put out episode 2 of Foolish Craft and then work on at least the first episode of Repo.
I would love to see both of those from you. Like, your content is good, and I want to see it get better because it can only go up.
So I feel like like I said, episode 2 of Foolish Craft, like I was telling you beforehand, it's gonna be a little boring just because of no, it will be only like the only reason I'm saying is like it's not gonna be like as wild or obscene as it was going to be because I suck at hitting the record button, and I also made the horrible like mistake of assuming things about the flashback mod. I'm not gonna say what, but we're just gonna leave it at that. So, but no, it's just still be a pretty fun episode because I did the recap and the tour around Spawn, whatever. So now I'm gonna try to find a fun way to segue into the base move and everything like that, and basically just trying to start digging into the new base. That'll basically be episode 2, and then 3, I'm gonna start actually recording. And I say after this one, the content should start getting really good because I'm gonna start like literally recording before I even like log into the server. That way I know it's up and going.
Oh my God.
And I can't forget.
I think your content has been great so far. I know you said you're like new to the YouTube side, and you are fairly new to the YouTube side, but
very new.
Yes, but you have the experience from Twitch. Like, you have over 150 followers on Twitch. Like, you have streaming experience. You have entertaining experience. It's just a matter of turning that into an edited format. And that jump, when you already have that first stepping stone, is not a far jump. You'll be fine. You'll be perfectly fine. Well, is there anything we want to touch on before we wrap up this episode? Anything else?
I think we about summed it all up.
I agree. Well, like I said, we plan on trying to put out an episode every week. I'm going to go ahead and throw it out there so it's on the internet. I would like to get an episode out every week for 1 year.
Sold.
Sold?
Sold.
I just need you to sign on the dotted line.
Do you want that in blood?
Yes. Blood, sweat, and or tears,
no.
Please.
No more tears. We've had enough of those already.
Nonsense. There's always room for more tears. That's what half of comedy is.
We don't. Well, I mean, tears of joy. Yes.
I was crying so hard last night when we were just making each other laugh.
Oh my God. Oh yeah. That see, it's moments like that is like that, things are actually like you got a good friendship forming is when you can literally just sit, do nothing, and have all you just reading jokes from your phone.
Yes. 100%.
For like a good hour and a half.
Yes, and they were bad jokes, and we were dying.
They were. Oh my God, they were terrible. But
cannot repeat on here.
Sometimes it's the bad ones that turn out to be the best ones though, because they're just so bad that you kind of have to laugh because it's like Jesus, like that really just got said.
Laugh, you cry.
But yeah, as far as that, like we said, it's just going to be kind of an all around podcast. Nothing too specific on topic base. We're basically just trying to dive into another side of content creation. This is something that we both wanted to do. We felt like our personalities and all that mesh really well together. So it's just a new venture. We hope you all enjoy listening in, and maybe after a while we can actually even expose some faces because I don't have a camera yet.
Yeah, that is a hopefully short-term goal is to actually have face cams when we're doing this. Because
I am going to put out a goal for myself and say by at least episode 3 or 4, I'm going to try to have a face cam.
Okay. That gives me some time to actually figure out my settings on my face cam because I can get it in a small cam, can't get it in a large cam. Because
I know I want to upgrade the microphone from the headset mic.
Yes.
But neither one of those are like the one you sent me that you have, that's not expensive at all. Like I could easily go get that. I've been shopping some face cams. They're not that bad as long as I don't go like gotta have the best of the best of the best,
Right.
And but there's some good face cams out there. Yeah, there's some good. Like I said, goal is to have it by episode 3 or 4. If not, I mean, I would say 6, 7 at the very latest. It shouldn't take me that long to get a good face cam.
Fair enough. I think we have some good goals to reach with this. I think we have a good path ahead of us, especially. I think we have some good episodes planned out and possibly some interesting people to bring on. That is what I'm excited to.
People. There's no shortage of that.
Yes, we have everybody on the Foolish Craft server because they all have their own stories. We have our significant others. We have other friends that we can bring on. Like, we have a pool of people that I would like to ask to be on here. Yeah.
Honestly, like, we could probably have a guest every week for probably over half a year.
Yeah, I don't want to do it every week.
No, it's not going to be every week. I'm just saying, like, we there's no shortage of people, and then who knows who we meet in between those times. I mean, there's other people that we could probably bring around that we might meet along the way. So again, yeah, I think we're pretty well set up. I think we got a good, nice, game plan laid out for this. I feel like there's no lack of motivation to do this, and again, I'm sure we just hope that you all enjoy.
So I think we're going to go ahead and wrap it up here. I appreciate you sitting down and wrapping up this first episode with us. Like, thank you guys much for watching. I think we're going to try to be getting this out on... It's not watching. This isn't YouTube. This is my YouTube outro. But we're going to try to be getting this out on YouTube, but it's not really watching if you're just listening, which you can do on Spotify and hopefully Apple. I think I'm going to be able to get this out on the Apple podcast store. So... I'm going to be trying to figure all that out. This is a whole new side of content creation for both of us. So we'll see where we can put this.
Yep. Just bear with us. Stay tuned, because remember, this might mean something.
This might mean something one day.